Let's now deep dive into certain schemes which the government is helping. And I'm going to quote about India government schemes, but there may be similar schemes in other countries. And one of the biggest schemes is a concept called one district, one product. Because every part of India, every district in India will have something unique. It could be a flower, it could be a fruit, it could be a vegetable, it could be fish. And the government has identified one district per product, or one product, unique product for a district. I encourage all of you to go to this government website, which the link is below. Think about which district are you living in, unless it's a metro district, but if you're living in a normal district, non-metro, think about what is the product for that district. For example, apples, somewhere in the north, tea, somewhere in the east, coffee, maybe somewhere in the south, some fishery, some jams. We'll look at some examples. So please visit this website. Many of these one district, one products, in short called ODOPs, are in the food processing industry. Please visit the Ministry of Food Processing to find out the ODOPs under food processing. I'm going to show you some examples. Next time you shop for food products in Amazon or Flipkart or in a supermarket or hypermarket like Star Bazaar or Reliance store, see if you can find an ODOP product. I'll show you an example, but please visit this website. The numbers are large, so as you can read on the screen, this is a press information circular from the government, and you can see that there are 700 plus ODOPs, which means 713 products across 713 districts across 33 states of India. And the intent of the government is to promote local entrepreneurship. But in promoting this local entrepreneurship, it is in the nature of a social business, not necessarily only grants. There may be some grants, but it ultimately is also self-sustaining because there's a product. I'll show you the product, some of the products. And that product is sold to customers. And therefore, it becomes a self-sustaining business. And that's the intent. So in that press note from the government, all the states, districts, and products are listed. I've just taken a sample from Andaman and Nicobar, and you'll see that the notified ODOPs for the 3 districts of Andaman and Nicobar are on your screen. And because it's an island, a lot of it relates to coconut. Now let's look at a product. Up till now, you have understood hopefully the scheme of the government, the intent of the government, the listing of the ODOPs, but how does an ODOP product look like? You can see on the screen an ODOP product, and you'll see the marking called ODOP. And remember, if you think about the social business planner, see how the social business planner fits into this product. So there's a beneficiary, which are the people in that particular district, maybe the ladies, maybe the villagers. They're the beneficiaries. The business opportunity is to produce from local raw material, fruits and vegetables, this particular product. The customers are people like you and me. Some of these are available on Big Basket, Amazon, Flipkart, or in the super bazaars. And definitely in the state, the cooperative shops they will carry these products. So the customers are people like you and me. This will have a price, and this will have a customer segments. Not everybody will have this product, but those of us who like to have jams, jellies, pickles, etc., will have this kind of products. And then if you think about the social business planner for this product, what is the raw material? The fruit and vegetable or the spices that have gone into it, natural produce. There may be some sugar or salt. There's a bottle itself, the cap of the bottle, and then the label. And there'll be some boxes or cartons by which these bottles are packed and sent out from the villages where they're produced to the stores. What is the beneficiary impact? Obviously, it's being sold at a price, and it costs, the raw material costs, so the livelihoods of the ladies or the people who are producing it in that district is improved. And as the livelihoods improve, earnings improve, the lives improve. The beneficiaries can get educated, get a little bit of better health, they can improve their housing, build a toilet, pay for some more electricity, etc., etc. And what is the overall stakeholder impact? The country progresses, because all of these will contribute to the country's progress, the country's GDP, the country's economy. So the country progresses. And remember, if the 713 ODOPs all reach their full potential, it adds huge amounts to our country's progress, the more jobs. If there is exports, if some of this is exported, a lot of this is exported, handicrafts, etc., they're exported. We get foreign exchange. And here's a picture of an ODOP which will be related to some handicrafts. And you can see the beneficiaries who are making those products. So the skills are not necessarily the skills that NPTEL students, you, me, may have. It may not be an engineering degree, an arts undergrad, commerce undergrad, a science degree. It may be a vocational skill. So the beneficiary will use their vocational skills and some amount of finance, some amount of quality control, some amount of processing knowledge, etc., to create products, sell them, become self-sustaining, export, add to the country's economy, and so on. So apart from the examples that I talked of, there's a lot of work also happening and led and supported by the government of India on tribal belts. For example, in the northeast of India, or in central India, and many other parts of India, where there are tribals, but who have amazing products. Maybe in the past they are not so well known, but they are coming now slowly under this scheme called TRIFED, and I encourage all of you to go to that website. The link is below, and look at how these products from different belts can actually be distributed across India, outside India, sold to Indians, sold to foreigners, and social businesses get created. Livelihoods increase, lives improve. So talked about Ministry of Tribal Affairs. Please also have a look at websites, schemes, progress, reports of Ministry of Rural Affairs. So the government in many different ways in India, as well as governments in other countries, in many different ways are encouraging local, sometimes hyper-local, social businesses and entrepreneurships. All this comes under the umbrella of social business, social entrepreneurship. So please visit the Ministry of Rural Affairs website as well. Coming to some other business models. Let's say education. India is making a lot of progress on primary education. Not every country is. So there are some global models emerging to drive education in a very standardized, quality control way. And one of the concepts is school in a box, where if the infrastructure is provided, a small room or a few rooms where the school is set up and a few teachers recruited, all the material and training is available to that school, to those teachers, and is called School in a Box. And you can look it up yourself. The link is given below. So the School in a Box, as well as many other social businesses, are supported by bodies such as the World Bank. So the URL, the link that you'll see below, is to a World Bank site. One of the key areas is feminine hygiene, especially in terms of managing the menstruation cycle, because women need sanitary pads, which from commercial sources can become very expensive. So can they be provided with low cost, maybe reusable, maybe made in local self-help groups, maybe made in the village and distributed within the village. And there are many projects in the country and globally, as you can see, which supports feminine hygiene. Similarly, children's hygiene, because babies need to be kept clean and they need what is called diapers. Diapers are also very expensive from commercial sources. So just like sanitary napkins can be made reusable, per month cost comes down significantly. Similarly for diapers, which are probably needed every day, 2-3 times a day for the baby, so that the baby stays clean and healthy, there are also ways to make low-cost diapers and create a social business around it. Those businesses may not be big, may not be a giant multinational, but they may be making diapers for the village or the community or the slum or the underprivileged area. So these are all examples which help the beneficiary improve their lives and livelihoods, but indirectly, the users of the School in a Box, the users of that reusable low-cost diaper or the reusable low-cost incense sticks or low-cost pens, low-cost papers, or shoes made out of discarded tires. The beneficiaries benefit, but the customers who buy those affordable products, not so expensive products, also benefit because their lives also improve. Waste comes down. Instead of throwing away tires, if those tires can be used to make shoes, the waste level also comes down. You can create social businesses out of old computers. Maybe you and I replace our computers because we bought a new computer or a new phone. But those computers can be reused in underprivileged area to develop skilling or deliver education. And businesses, social businesses, can be planned out of that. But where does the money come from apart from the sustainable ongoing money? Because once you are in business and you're making products, even if they're low-cost products, low-price products, you can become self-sustaining. But sometimes to get started, you may need what is called impact funding. In the initial days, till you become self-sustaining, And on the screen, you can see several sources of impact funding. And if you want to start up a social business, you can approach some of these. For example, CSR, I've talked about it in an earlier module. Government requires every profitable company in India to give 2% of its net profits for social causes. And you could try for that fund. There are also philanthropists, high net worth individuals, rich people who are willing to support a cause. And they may support a cause which after 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, in the longer term becomes self-sustaining. Because the essence of social business is captured in an old saying. Give a person a fish and you have fed him for a day. But if you teach the person to fish, you have fed him for his life. So if you give a donation or a charity, you have supported the person, the underprivileged person, for a day, a week, or a month. But if you help that underprivileged person use the skills that they already have, vocational skills, skills related to fishery or food processing or jungle produce, if you teach the beneficiaries to create a sustainable business, you have fed and supported that beneficiary for his life. And that's the difference between charity and a sustainable social business. And I encourage all of you to spend some time thinking about social businesses that you might want to create, if not today, at some point in time. So with that, I would now request all of you to reflect for 3 minutes by identifying a social business in your area or even a not-for-profit. Study it, talk to the beneficiary, talk to the people in the business, talk to the customers of the social business, talk to the suppliers of those business, understand the product and the prices, and try to fill up the social business planner for that particular business that you are researching. Write it down in your course journal, and hopefully you'll start thinking entrepreneurship, but you'll also start thinking social entrepreneurship. Please reflect for 3 minutes. So this is the end of the module. Thank you. Namaskar.